The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Ragna's Powers. This is part 7. In the last part, Izuku basically wanted to show off his skills and his abilities however, he's now on Aizawa's shit list. So he now has to watch out for his own homeroom teacher and possibly wanting to expel him due to his quirk. But with that said, now they're ready for battle training with All Might, with everyone showing their costumes and Izuku showing his. With that said, let's get into this. Izuku being the last one getting his costume on, being his old kung fu gi that he used when he was training, and was a gift from his master, Jubei, as Izuku. However, the number one thing that he actually wanted UA to make, being Ragna's traditional black-red jacket and Ragna's main sword, Blood Scythe, with a sling being able to hold his gigantic blade. And as everyone sees this, they see Izuku with a giant sword on his side, on the back of his side, as with Jin saying, "Oh, you got a sword too, brother. I'm surprised." As he's saying, it's not a copy. I made the sword to give me a better reach with Soul Eater. I've been thinking this for a long time, Jin. Don't think I'm copying you because you're Yukiyana-sa." As he said, "Okay, suit yourself, brother." As Kyoka and Ochako came to Izuku to admire his costume, and saying, as Ochako said, "You look really awesome, Deku. I didn't think that you were so damn cool." As Kyoka saying, "Yeah, Midoriya, it actually suits you pretty well." As Izuku saying, "Thanks, it's pretty shot. The old gi is basically my old gi, my old training gi, and the jacket was made along with the sword from the support course, so I gotta thank them for that." As they began thinking, "A sword? Really?" As saying, "I needed something. It's like a conductor for Soul Eater. I can even use darkness around it. Not only that, I can even use my darkness to swarm around it, creating more powerful blades and claws around the weapon. Not only that, I can even store up Soul Eater's soul-sucking abilities into the blade as well, creating something way much more powerful. Just you wait. You're gonna have to wait and see, guys." As they both saying, he's really getting into this. As Kyoka saying, "Yeah, I didn't expect this from Midoriya. He's huge when it comes to music, but to this, he's on a whole different level." As Jin tells both the girls that he's a hero nerd and quite the quirk nerd too, but most people don't see that when they see him up close and when they see his quirk, and they forget about that entirely. Trust me, he's been like this for his whole life. As All Might saying, "All right, everyone, gather around, because I'll be pairing your teams together." As he tells them which team will be going against which. Team A being Izuku and Kyoka, actually, since I wanted these two to be a pretty good pairing, not for shipping reasons, mostly because they're good friends anyway. And the second team being actually like canon, being Bakugo and Ida. So yeah, that's still the same. Since they're Team D, as he's saying, "Okay then, I didn't expect this. As Izuku's right hand begins to shake, as he begins having flashbacks on what happened to him when they were kids, as Bakugo blew off his arm, and using his left hand to stop his right hand from shaking. Kyoka soon steps in saying, "Hey, Midoriya, are you okay? You're shaking pretty hard," as saying, "Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm really fine." As Bakugo saying, "Damn it. Of all the people I had to go against, why him? Of him all people, damn it." As All Might saying, "The teams, get ready," as he tells everyone else to go to the monitoring room and see how the exam will go on. As both Bakugo and Ida are preparing to guard the bomb, as Izuku and Kyoka begin trying to figure out how they'll work together. As Izuku saying, "I grew up with Bakugo my entire life. He's arrogant and selfish. And he'll probably try and take us both down all by himself, or he'll probably just focus on me. Most likely me, as he has quite the arrogance. As I'm pretty sure he has quite the axe to grind with me. And I got with him as well." As Kyoka is saying, "Okay, so what do you want me to do?" As he tells her, "Try and get to the rocket. Try and stall Ida as much as you can or wear him down. As for me, I'll take care of Kacchan myself and try and knock him out or capture him, or even use him to our advantage in some way or another." Saying this, and Kyoka saying, "All right then, I'll take your plan forward. Let's do this." As the exam begins, as the two begin walking through the building and going from floor to floor, thinking, "So, what do you think he'll probably be?" As Izuku begins thinking, "They're most likely on the top floor. I mean, that's where I would go, or any other villain to come to think of it." As Kyoka saying, "Well, you kind of do. Well, look the..." As Izuku gives her quite... "Don't finish that, please, don't." As he's saying, "I'm only joking. You're a really kind and sweet guy. I know it." As Izuku begins smiling before sensing, "Oh crap." And he grabbed Kyoka before Bakugo released an explosion that almost hit both of them. As he says, "There you are, Deku. You're not going anywhere. Let's settle this. You and me, one-on-one. Let go of the earphone jack girl, and you and me duke it out now." As Izuku's saying, "Right on cue." As he's saying, "Okay then, let's do this. Jiro would just only get in the way, don't you think?" As she's saying, "Oh great, thanks a lot, assholes." As Kyoka pretending saying this and says, "Wow, Midoriya was right on the money. Guess he does know him pretty well. And I just hope that he doesn't go too overboard." As the two old childhood friends are left alone, as he's saying, "Well, Kacchan, just you and me. You know, the two of us haven't really spoken to one another properly like this." As Bakugo saying, "Yeah, that's right. You know, when we were kids, I didn't expect you to have a quirk like that. If anything, I blame myself for what happened." As he says, "Wait, what? You got your quirk, but almost having to die for it. And I've had that guilt for my entire life. I really mean it. I can never talk to you, never experience what I wanted to say. And I believe this is my only chance. My best way of telling you how I truly feel is beating the shit out of you and overcoming my fear of you." As Izuku's saying, "Oh, you piece of shit. Seriously?" As he prepares to grab his sword and saying, "You really think that little thing is going to work against me? That giant little sword can't even work around spaces like this." As he's saying, "Oh, I know. That's why I'm trying to get to a good Good thing I got a good layout of the area just by the echoes in here. As he's saying, what? Soon after, he creates a giant monster head and pushes it right towards Bakugo at full speed. As Bakugo creates a giant explosion trying to destroy the shadow, and it works. However, Izuku hits Bakugo with full force, using his darkness around this sword, knocking him almost all the way to the wide open area, just like they were in canon, and realize, damn, he hits hard. I guess that's what I expect from the bastard who learned martial arts training. As he's saying, as Izuku has his sword on his shoulder and saying, I knew that wouldn't knock you out. You trained pretty hard, Kachan. I won't lie. As Bakugo's saying, so you wanted me to get in a good area so you can be able to use that sword more effectively? Well, I should have expected much from you, since you've been analyzing me for your entire life after all. As Izuku's saying, well, of course. But, sure, the sword is pretty big and pretty wide for me unable to use it in a small, narrow area like that hallway. However, that's not the real reason I brought you here. The real reason I brought you here is because I want to test out my blood scythe's true form. And as he's saying, wait, true form? What are you talking about? As Izuku's saying, this sword has a second form. Its second form is creating a scythe blade made out of my quirk's pure essence. A blade that sucks away a person's soul with each slash. As he says, oh my god, you didn't! As Izuku's full power began swarming all around him, as his giant sword begins transforming and getting longer. A red dark blade begins popping out of the back of the white blade. As Bakugo's surprised and shocked, oh my god, how, why, how, god, as he says, this is my true power. This is Black Onslaught. As Bakugo is saying, oh my, why is it that every time I confront you, I can't overcome this fear? You created a literal weapon to suck out a person's life force. You're like a goddamn Grim Reaper now, damn it! Why, Deku? Why? As Bakugo saying, isn't this what you wanted? Didn't you want to give it everything you got to beat me? Come on! This is our perfect chance. The perfect chance to show you how strong I've gotten. That I'm no longer that weak-ass kid whose arm you blew off. Come on! Fight me! As Bakugo's saying, that's exactly the reason why I can't. Damn it! I thought I almost killed you. I literally almost killed you as kids. And it's because of that your life has turned into a nightmare. That everyone sees you as nothing but a threat. It's my fault, not yours, mine. As Izuku's saying, what are you? I never talked to you back when we were kids because I was afraid. I was afraid that you resent me, that you hate me for what I've done to you. That's why I kept my distance. And plus, you didn't rat me out. You didn't say what really happened to your arm. You told people that you broke your arm, and when you were trying to help someone, or when you were trying to climb up a tree or something, you lied to everyone what really happened. That I almost killed you. You were protecting me all this time, weren't you, Deku? As Izuku saying, so you really did know. I guess that's not surprising. And I lied. I lied to everyone what happened to me and how I got my real quirk. I didn't tell him you blew off my arm. I told him I broke it myself. And because of that, that's how my quirk manifested. If I told the people the truth, what really happened, you would have gone in trouble. You wouldn't have gone to juvie or probably even to prison as a kid for almost killing someone. I couldn't let that happen. As he say, exactly the reason why you protected me, you bastard! Tell me why! Why do I have to have this guilt for so damn long? Is soon after Izuku screaming, because I didn't say I forgive you! Except that I do! As Bakugo saying, what? And soon, Izuku telling him, I forgive you, Kachan. I've always forgiven you. I was just scared. Scared saying if you hated me. I was scared that you thought of me as a monster. The only person I thought of as my best friend. And I was afraid I might actually kill you because of my hidden resentment for you. I was scared that I didn't want that to happen. So that's why I kept my distance from you. Even though I have always forgiven you. And yet, as Bakugo hearing this, saying, you've forgiven me all this time, and yet I couldn't even forgive myself. I guess that's the number one thing I can't do. It's the first step. As they say this, everyone in the monitor room wondering, why are they fighting? Sure, we can hear them, but it seems like they're speaking quietly from us to even hear them at all. As All Might saying, there's something between those two that I don't know. Something they're keeping a secret. And young Midoriya's doing the same. I guess I have no right to talk since I'm keeping a secret from them as well. As All Might thinking this, he says, you two, young Bakugo and young Midoriya, if you don't start fighting, the time will run out, and the villain team will win by default. Is that what you want, young Midoriya? As Izuku hearing this, he's saying, of course not. Hey, Kachan, I've forgiven you. And if you want to overcome your fears of not forgiving yourself, then fight me. Come and give it everything you got against me in this exam. Don't hold anything back, and I won't hold anything back at you. As Izuku prepares, getting in his fighting stance with his scythe. As Bakugo stands up, saying, of course. If I'm going to overcome my fears and forgive myself for what I've done, that means I gotta beat the living shit out of you. Bring it on, you damn quirk nerd. As the two said this, they both rushed at each other at full speed, with Bakugo preparing for a giant explosion and Izuku ready to reap Bakugo's soul. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment below and tell me what you guys think. Also like and subscribe too, which helps out my channel a lot. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.